She missed all last season with a knee injury. Overpass there. McSweeney goes up. What a one-on-one block there from Ammeraal. And Ammeraal, 16-9. Hawks here in the first set. Good ball. Urquhart and Ortega. Good dig there from Gertiza. Dunked over by Ammeraal again. Anna Davis to serve. Ammeraal dunks it over into a good spot. Darling saw it coming, just ran to the wrong spot. Ammeraal kill number 2, 9-8 Central. Nope, they give Schrock the kill. Good play there. Morovic off the net. Ortega outside behind Urquhart, dug by Gertiza. Ammeraal gives it to Schrock through the block. That ball is over. What a scramble by the Hawks. Schrock again, blocked, covered, ball's tight, and Ammeraal in the left hand hammers it home. Anderson to serve, good ball. Morovic too tight. Ammeraal with another kill. Because all of a sudden they can't pass. Good pass that time. Slide Davis has to tip though, because the timing's off. Outside to Schrock. Blocked. That ball's in the air though. Mateo. Davis. Dug up. And Hawks are just not watching. Ammeraal goes up. Hawkeyes just caught spectating. It's 10-8. This was 7. Good strong serve, good strong pass. Oh my goodness. Claire Ammeraal just sends it down. Tied at 11. Davis covers. Dennis to Morovic. Good ball there. Anderson gets it, goes outside. Bright high off the block. Dennis. Mateo, Davis on the slide. Diving play, Gebhardt. Dug by Buechner. Dennis will chase it down. Free ball coming over. Just inside the antenna. Ammeraal. What court awareness there. She goes up, uses the right hand, reverse dunks it into the 4 spot.
Katie O'Sullivan to serve it away for the Spartans. Set up here on the far side. Fields with a good touch over the net. Good dig by the Spartans. They're able to get it back over. Big hit by the Hawkeyes, and that's another kill. Blair Fleming, when you're red hot, and that one was able to fall in favor of the Spartans. Set up for the Hawkeyes on the far side. Big hit by Whittingstall, and she picks up another kill.
You just get some luck.
Bumped into the air. Big swing from the Spartans, but a nice block by the Hawks. Another big swing. This one's tipped at the net, but kept in the air. Big hit by the Hawks. How about it? Claire Ammeraal picks up another kill. Set by the Hawks. Swing by Urquhart. Dug out by the Spartans. They got to go a long way to keep this one alive. They do. Send it over the net. Big hit by the Hawks. 13 digs and 3 blocks as well. Big hit for the Hawks. That'll hit the ground. From Nyali Tia. Here's the set. Here's the hit. Tipped by the Spartans. Set up far side. Swung on and blocked. Spartans get it over. Set again near side. There's a swing. There's a dig. Set over. Blocked again by the Hawks. Far side swing. Blocked again. Holy cow.
Carry up through the 4th set and really start the show why they belong in the Hawkeye invite.
Tipped over, blocked again by the Hawks. Set, another swing, far side, another block. Set far side, big hit. Spartans keep it alive. Send it across. Set, far side hit. Dug out by the Spartans. Kept in the air, far side again. There's a big swing, but a bigger block. We said it time and time again. Ammeraal and Gibson combined for the big block. Bumped into the air, set near side. Big swing tipped at the net and kept alive by Iowa. Dump it over the net and that one falls in. Jamie Marquardt picks up her first kill.
Marquardt got up.
Good serve by the Texas native. Oh, setter dump, what a great play. 3-1 start on the season. Now there she is again. When you got a setter that's 6'2", Reese Reed serving for the Lancers. There is another big kill by Ammeraa. Setter dump. From University of Iowa back many moons ago.
You're right, Vivian. We talked in the pregame. Very young squad for head coach Jim Barnes, but they've been meshing well early this season as Claire Ammeraal and her return to Extreme Arena attacks on two. Urquhart sends it over. Big swing by Oregon, but it's a miss, and it'll drop in front of their front line. Iowa gets one back, 22-18.
And, of course, back in the stands.
Iowa now back looking to score and point Hawkeyes.
Short, quick when they get their points, but instead these long, drawn-out volleys, again, continue to give the Wolverines an advantage.
A big block for the Wolverines. Iowa able to handle it, and a good little pushover for Claire Ammeraal.
Getting a little bit further outside than they were on a few previous blocks that they missed on.
Volley serve, hard to get. Iowa, though, pushing it over. Claire Ammeraal with another good little kill. And yet again, Ammeraal.
As she picks up a block, here's Reagan Riley. There's a kill for Claire Ammeraal.
Be aggressive. Don't worry about your opponent right now. Control what you can control. Urquhart. Nice up. Selman. Last touch by Hasbrook. Point for the Hawkeyes. That's a big block.
Trying to work past the block of Izzy Stark and Maggie Mendelson. Urquhart still blanked on the scoreboard. Ammeraal. Wow, Claire Ammeraal leveling the boom for Iowa off a serve receive that was a little bit out of control. Hawkeyes are playing at a high level. Back row attack from Garcia. Hard swing, hangs in the air, and Iowa gets the block again. Better at the beginning of the season than they are now. And head coach Katie Schumacher-Cawley said she wanted that to be cleaned up.
He's an AVCA All-American first team back in 2022. Was also on the All-Big Ten first team last season for the third time in a row. Big swing from Ammeraal. That one drops in for a kill.
We'd love to see that from Ammeraal. We saw her working out just a
Ammeraal over on two and a back, another kill for Ammeraal.
Leads the team with 30 aces. And now with that one, she has an ace in 6 straight contests as Iowa. It's tipped over by Gibson. Schaffmaster will send it over. And that one from Ammeraal. Pump up their team here. Hansen is blocked.
He won all 3 games last weekend, but he said there were so many things that they wanted to work on, and one of those was ball control. Jones sends it over. Great dig by Ammeraal. Warden tips it over.
Absolutely beautiful dig there from Ammeraal as she's going to set Warden up.
And out of play, Alyssa Warden continues.
Attacking error there for Alyssa Warden.
Van Zant, big swing, dug out. A wall of Hawkeyes there to send it back. Ammeraal over on 2. Butler in a scramble mode. Ammeraal again on 2. In a thunderous swing by Claire Ammeraal.
Ammeraal, absolutely. She can do it all for the Hawkeyes. No lack of offense or defense for that matter.
And no lack of service errors either. Both teams have been struggling with that category in this third set. Big swing by Tolliver, but it comes right back.
She serves it to Moisio, and Ammeraal, quick serve, but Redbirds will send it back the other way, and Ammeraal will try again, and she gets it to go this time. Hawkeyes back in front.
Really good read from Ammeraal there on Illinois State's positioning. She saw an open spot in the court. Postseason, she led her athletes to 4 major awards in that tournament alone. She's done well, and she's had this team in right position all match long so far.
Big shot, great dig there from Audrey Clark. Hawkeyes will try and go again. They go back to Clark. She cannot defend it this time.
Just missed on that one.
Rossi to serve. It goes to Whittingstall. Tipped on the shot, but still gets it to hit the floor, and the Hawkeyes hit 20.
And now there's, it's a little too hard. That floated out of bounds.
Good dig there from Ammeraal. Warden with a big shot. Whittingstall to serve. Craggs will set up Guest. Stays on the Hawkeye side. Ammeraal can't get it over.
Swing there. I think she was trying to guess about how she could get over those blockers.
Rossi to serve. Ammeraal will send it over, and she gets the point right back for the Hawkeyes, and they're back in front for the umpteenth time. Abby Reck to serve. Ammeraal will play Tavares, deflected by the Redbirds, and the Hawkeyes just trading with the Redbirds back and forth. Rossi with the serve. Ammeraal will play it behind her to Stojanovic, not able to defend it.
On that block.
Nikayla Rogers to serve. Ammeraal with a big kill.
Been a good, comfortable lead in that category so far today, but Illinois State's battling back a little bit, bought a few back here right before we went to break in that timeout. And Stojanovic still leads the Hawkeyes in the whole game with 7 kills, which that's been a little stale as of late.
Big dig from Moisio. Ammeraal will send it over. Big kill for her. She's done that a few times today, and the Hawkeyes will reclaim the lead.
The second half of the first set, the second set, and now here in the third set, Iowa has been in control.
Saputo, big block from Iowa.
Get it back there. It's going to be hard for them to recover and get themselves set up for maybe the return it.
Fares with a big shot. And we're tied again. And once again, like the big thinking that was going to go over there from Rossi. Just a little miscommunication there as they go back the other way. Ziegler. Big.
Oh,
wow. I was going to say big kill, but on the dig.
He's going to ride for them, especially offensively. So I think the message is to stay calm and trust yourself.
Stojanovic will send it over for the Hawkeyes. Ziegler, big dig from Ammeraal. Moisio will put it up. Fares, though, can't get it over. This is Jamie Marquardt, who's seen a lot of serving action today. Rossi with a big save. Big block for the Hawkeyes, and they will conclude this matchup 27-25. Ammeraal was in there on the block. I believe Stojanovic was there as well, but the Hawkeyes with their 4th sweep of the season, and they improved to 5-0.
Really close by the end of it. That last one, going a couple extra points to get it done, but 27-25 victory to secure this sweep. They were good. And they were doing exactly what they needed to do today. They were just laying it in the middle to start it out, and then it allowed the offense to kind of spread around. And I mean, this is the type of player that the Hawkeyes have been missing for a couple of years now, and that left outside hitter who can really just dominate.
Nguyen stoned on her attempted kill. Alyssa Worden, a little less power, a little more accuracy. Nguyen with a little of both. Still alive here. Van Zant went down. Worden forced to pop it back over to the middle of the court. And Remis.
You just get that point back, and you really want to start building on it. At least give yourself a chance. It's got to be in. Oh, what a hit.
Claire Ammeraal has a huge smile on her face, and for good reason.
On that ball, just amazing.
She's already up to 12 assists as well, after she had 24 yesterday.
She truly does it all up there in the front.
The Hawkeyes are 5-0 for the first time in 10 seasons. Looking to go to 6-0, which would be their best start. Another point for Iowa.
So far, especially in this set, I mean, she has provided a big spark off the bench for the Hawkeyes. And she meshes well with this team, with Ammeraal. And she didn't play much last year, but they must have practiced a ton because that chemistry is there. They work very well up front. And that's something that they're going to look from her even more this season with that extra year of experience under her belt. She's got to be one of the leaders once they get into conference play.
Shorty has 9 in set 2. Hawkeyes make quick work of Loyola's first lead. Erase it back to a tie, 14 all. Again, giving you some of the storylines of the runs in the first.
22-22, set number 2, a lot of twos.
Varus is a killer.
Having these games like this one against the Ramblers, so important to test what your team is made of.
Oh, man. Another point for Iowa. And a massive swing.
Funny, back-to-back Final Four appearances, going to places where they really haven't been too often. And then women's soccer last year did that. Now it's the volleyball team's turn, looking to continue to bring women's sports here in Iowa to an even higher level than it is.
That's a really good point. I mean, I think beyond just, we talk about just one match here, the bigger picture, not only for volleyball, but a number of other sports here. And for Loyola Chicago, they themselves coming off that NCAA tournament appearance last year, had a really strong couple runs here over the last few years.
Yeah, they're basically the Hawkeyes, but maybe 3 or 4 years in the future where they were last year. I was trying to get to that point, and that time a cross-court path, and there's a lot of spin on that ball for their hitters, and it makes it much harder for someone like Nguyen to get a clean hit on it.
Cameraman also almost got it courtside there.
Wow.
Great teamwork. But polished off by Anne-Marie Remis.
Her players were trying to convince her to challenge, and Berkeley's just shaking her head no.
Hannah Whittingstall getting involved at the block on the net. Wow. And I just love looking at, no matter what the sport, the stats for the biggest of the stars in high school, because they're insane. Sharday Van Zandt has been a strong contributor at the collegiate level, and she'll finish off another one with the kill. Hawkeyes back up by.
If you look back at the first two, they're hitting at about 27.5%. This set up to 8% now, but before they got that point, they were down below 6% on that attack percentage.
Two teams are trading points, but still up by 7.
Walcoats with the serve. Receiving it was Van Zandt, and a strong hit there up the middle by Claire Ammeraal.
Yeah, for Ammeraal, she's the baseline, and that's ace number 9 on the season for Whittingstall.
You just saw the pop there. It was the first ace for Iowa today. Blocked there by Iowa. Brandt with the setup. Just tapped over. Dig by Iowa. It was Whittingstall with the dig there. Brandt again looking for another assist. Outside hitter. And Goolsby was blocked. From the back row attack. Vargas with the save. Van Zandt on the outside looking for the ace. And going long and still in play from Iowa State. And a nice tap down. Ammeraal with the points.
Pam McCune leads the Big 12 in a hitting clip, but Tierney Jackson, who hasn't seen much action today, second with a .436.
Got a lot of talent on the Cyclone side, but Iowa now takes a 3-0 lead.
Cyclones agree. We're tied up.
Ammeraal to Van Zandt, blocked by a couple of Cyclones. Van Zandt tries again, blocked again by the same pair. And now it's a kill at the middle from Ammeraal.
Van Zandt tried twice, couldn't get it to execute. Ammeraal just decides 59 kills. That's number 60 now on the season for her, so she could do it herself if she wants to.
Transferred in from Central Michigan last season. This is her second year in the black and gold. McGrew with a shot. Dug up by East Texas A&M, lifted over. Here's McGrew with another shot, and the block goes out of play.
Again, these kills lately for the Hawkeyes, what power.
4 kills now for Charvet. Lions back to work. Campbell is denied.
Retake their 2-point lead.
Jamie Marquardt with the serve. Set up again for Campbell, but this time, instead it's 19. No, it does go. It was tipped by Ammeraal. All right, I was right the first time.
If anything, she tipped it out of bounds, so no chance for the Hawkeyes to play that one.
Good dig by Jade Washington to keep it alive. Ammeraal hammers it on the back line on 2.
We see her do this every on the season.
Whittingstall, soft serve. Set up for Fetty. And the Hawkeye defense is there again. Another serve by Whittingstall, again softly. Has to go weak side for Peyton Roper. Ammeraal again over on 2. And the Hawkeyes pick up another point. Claire Ammeraal even shaking her head saying, I don't know what's happening, but it's working.
It's working and we'll take it. And
Ammeraal sets it up for Varez. You can almost feel the wind on her swing. This one's tipped over the net by Campbell. Varez again didn't go for strength, but was looking for the real estate. Tipped at the net. Moiseo keeps it up. Ammeraal sets it up for Varez again. Looking for the back line, but it's over. And East Texas A&M brings it within 1.
The Lions and the Hawkeyes failed to capitalize there.
Good dig by Washington after the swing from Stepanidis. Over on 2 is Ammeraal, and it works again. The Swiss Army knife picks up another kill.
To get a point on the board. Hawkeyes up by 2.
Allison Barrett with the serve. Plowman over. Varez, thunderous swing, bumped over by the Lions. Set up this time for Rumpel, and she finds some real estate.
That line from the Lions, they cannot keep that one in bounds.
Moskowski's shot is deflected. Iowa keeps it alive. Barrett with a sliding save. Hit over. Moiseo keeps it up. Off the net. Over by Ammeraal. Set up again. This time it's Moskowski, and it drops in. Jade Washington, the freshman, back to serve it away again. Ammeraal for Varez. This time she won't be denied.
Varez making that one work. She'll have no chance to send it back the other way.
Tipped at the net and a kill for Hallie Stepanidis.
And we go to the other side of the court, and Stepanidis.
Ammeraal for Varez. Watch out below.
And we've come back here since the break, AJ.
Alyssa Warden has served it away for the Hawkeyes, just 2 points away from picking up a win in front of the home crowd. Campbell denied. Another block by the Hawkeye team. Warden with the serve again. Campbell sends it over, blocked by Ammeraal, and the Hawkeyes take care of business. 25-21 in set 4. and the Hawkeyes bounce back and get a win in front of the home crowd.
It was not pretty by any stretch of the imagination. Credit the Lions for putting out an incredible fight.
Point hooks. Claire Ammeraal with the kill. Point hooks. Point hooks. Gia with the G-force. Point Lions. Point Lions. Point hooks. Charday Van Zant.
Really in the battle in some of these matches so far this season.
Ammeraal for Whittingstall coming off a career game on Thursday. Big swing by Collier. Dug out by Moiseo and Claire Ammeraal.
We're just starting set number 2.
Dug out by Marquardt. Van Zant drills it. Sent high into the air after the block by the Badgers. Ammeraal just barely tips it over, and it falls in. Here's Wardlow again to serve it away. Ammeraal for Van Zant. Dug out, long run for Wardlow. Keeps it in the air and bumped over by Quest. Ammeraal over on 2 and off the tip of Natalie Wardlow. The Hawkeyes pick up a point.
But making her presence known early.
Follett rockets one across the net. A dump play from Iowa goes down. It's Claire Ammeraal. Averaged just under 3.5 kills per set. And this year, she's almost tripled that number. Vallette, the swing, rejected by Iowa.
That time it lands towards her left shoulder. Cross court was her only shot.
Well, Barry serves short again. Milana Moiseo, the Iowa libero, offered up the overpass. We're still playing here. Stepanitis.
Keep an eye on her.
Wessels is the only Husky to start every match and play every set this season. And you could also include Zoria Hurd, the libero, who brings that one back all the way to the net, but not over. But liberos are technically not considered starters.
Reaching over, you don't ever want that ball to cross the plane of the net. Reaching is the key on blocking.
Hurd, the bump set up to Mateska, and we're still playing. And Ammeraal, the setter, with the kill for Iowa. Started with a fantastic dig.
Well, the dig was great. I didn't know if it was up or not. Let's take a look at this. Clearly up, yes. Second ball goes up in a spot where got to keep your eye on the ball, I think was the error on that play.
Ammeraal takes a swing, and there was a lot of open floor space on the other side of the net, her second kill.
Exclamation point on that swing. I think she just loves what Iowa is capable of doing from that service line.
Alyssa Worden is a fantastic server for the Hawkeyes. She had a couple of service aces last night down the road in Eugene. Big swing by Markley from the back row. Ammeraal wins the joust, but Washington keeps the point alive. Mateska the dump at the net. Hunt dunks it home.
Howery right now really connecting well.
Howery's got 14 assists, and
You know, with all due respect to you as a fellow setter like Howery, Audrey, I mean, when the setter is just kind of in the background, you know, diming up the outsides or the middles, that's a good thing, right?
I would think so. You know, I always like when setters.
Illinois, Chicagoland represented well on this Iowa Hawkeyes roster. Hunt, push up by Ammeraal and the free ball from Stepanitis. Bump set, Hurd, Alexa Markley into the net. From the previous night's matches where you can catch up on the action quickly, but lots of great stuff no matter what your preference. Washington up 16-7 in the third set, going for a sweep against the visiting Iowa Hawkeyes. On the free ball, Howery for Markley, bounces off the net. It's not just like a change of pace. I mean, you're thinking about a team like Wisconsin running Mimi Collier out of the back row a ton.
Yeah, it is essential. The more firepower you have, the more you're going to win. And the other thing is it's run so quick.
There's another block right in the middle.
You can't beat yourself.
And that was only their first service error of the set, but it came at possibly the worst time for it, Charlie.
It was the opportunity to take some momentum back. Nice attack by the setter. Ball sent back over. This time it's the attack, and who else but Claire Ammeraal.
They want to finish set number 2 strong.
Schneider's serve. Nice dig by Schneider. Long sets up the outside, and it's the Hawkeyes getting it done on the outside. Claire Ammeraal involved on that one. Middle blocker for this group. It's really assisting wherever she can. Joust at the net, won by Iowa.
Bolton had problems with errors earlier in the season. Let's see if she can fix that now.
Set for Way. Brilliant read of the space, saw the gap in the block and taking advantage.
Both were pushing on the ball, trying to block it on the other side. Way had to move back.
Serve from Moiseo. And the attack at the net from Claire Ammeraal. Spartans in front, and once again, the setter with one impressive swing, and Claire Ammeraal gets.
From Omaha, Nebraska. Sends it over. Seen for a moment by Haynes. High ball. Over to the far side for Simmons, and the block is going to be. We're in the fourth. Iowa won the third set 25-21. Burke. The Simon. Simmons can't get over to it.
In her career, not likely to get it today, but you never know.
Hannah Whittingstall picks up a kill, and the Hawkeyes take their first lead.
Or just going to be returned cleanly.
Ammeraal sets it up for Van Zandt. Tipped at the net. Tipped over. Moiseo gets there. Ammeraal with a thunderous swing over on 2. She's done that so many times this season. And he brought up that during timeouts, the first 20 seconds of the timeout, he always takes just to breathe and to calm down. Strong serve. Ammeraal sets it up for Vares. Tipped over the net. Ammeraal lays out for it. Vares denied.
And in that, just had no control where it was going to go.
Another strong serve from Thomas Nathan. Vares with an even stronger kill. Reaching for the stars. And
who went to their first volleyball game, and the first thing they said was, Van Zandt's one of the strongest players I've ever seen.
You can hear the difference when she hits the ball. Here's a big block by Whittingstall.
No chance of returning that.
Set point for the Trojans. Looking to take a 2-set lead. Ammeraal sets it up for Whittingstall, and the set stays alive.
It's not very loud. You're in the wrong gym. There needs to be a lot of communication on the court.
Tipped at the net by Van Zandt. Send it up again for Charday, sent right back by the USC front line. Mullen, big swing, dug out. Van Zandt trips for a second, able to punch it back over. Blocked by Iowa. Oshalik just 7 sets this season, but she's in on the left side right now. Set up for Van Zandt, kept up. Big swing by Adonia, but an even better block by the Hawkeyes. We talked 35 assists today. Has been on fire. Ammeraal tipped over by Stojanovic from her knees, able to set it up. Varez with a swing off the hands of Abigail Mullen.
Iowa's 45th kill of the day as a team right there.
Ammeraal, big swing and a kill. And the 3-time Super Bowl champion with the New England Patriots. I'm assuming he's had some big hits in his career.
The stick in the air.
Varez, thunderous kill. Iowa with a 2-point lead.
And that thing was out of her hand and on
trajectory was going towards out of bounds maybe.
Yeah.
Ammeraal to the middle, Van Zandt. Great dig out though by Schumacher. And a block there for the Iowa Hawkeyes. UCLA in this set. Up 3, 22-19. Iowa needs to respond here late. Van Zandt in the middle. Picked up. UCLA now setting themselves up. Urzua returned by the Hawkeyes. Now on the other side, blocked, but kept alive with the amazing pancake. That was Lutz keeping it alive. I mean, what a rally.
Yeah, we got a really good rally going right now. It's going to continue right here. Skip
Ammeraal
set.
trying to push it over, won't find the ground there. Now a big hit from Ammeraal and a huge victory on that point. Hawkeyes get within 2.
What a rally. Great effort by
Ammeraal serves it up, Van Zandt. Van Zandt with the big hit. Kept up by UCLA. I mean,
another good rally coming right here.
They have been phenomenal keeping these up. Not that one though. Finds the ground for the Hawkeyes.
A joust at the net there by Stanishevska and Ammeraal. And a big joust again. Van Zandt standing tall for Iowa. They're back up in front by 2.
Which didn't allow her to have time to react and get to that corner.
Van Zandt from the back line. Defended well, goes back over to Iowa's end. Ammeraal over in 2.
Mumchular.
Ammeraal serve close to the back line, and it stays in. So Iowa gets set number 2. Flipping the script a little bit from this matchup earlier in East Lansing 12 days ago where Michigan State was up 2. Leah Schneider, the libero for the Spartans team to serve. Moisio has to go down low for that one. Warden on the left side this time. Van Zandt's dig travels all the way back to the Spartans' end. Hold him. Great block there from Warden to send it back to the Spartans' end. Here's Varez on the left side. Good support from the Spartans here. Another block. What a diving effort there from Ammeraal, sent over by Moisio. Kulik that time tips it over, fooled everyone in a gold or black uniform. Pristine work there from Hannah Whittingstall as the serve from Marquardt is defended all the way back to Iowa's end. Ammeraal over in 2. Hawkeye saying that was maybe going to go out, but they'll play it anyway. Hold'em on the left side.
Of course, would be their 11th. That would be their most wins in a season since 2012. Whittingstall with the swing, and there's not much that Lily Bolin can do about that. Point Iowa.
Say it like this, now we have Claire Ammeraal front. Fine, I'm not going to do my full blocking approach to that pin, but I'm going to adjust to be athletic.
On the full block approach for Worden, she's only 5'11", and she was up and over the net. Ammeraal dumps it over for Iowa, and here come the Hawkeyes.
5-5, left back to left back, targeting Byzantine.
Boland sets Byzantine. Here's Van Zandt. That's a point for Iowa. But they're down 2 sets to nothing, but in control of the third. Ammeraal on the slide to Whittingstall. Delaware over to Byzantine. Ammeraal swings and puts away her 4th kill, the Iowa setter.
That is an undefendable attack.
Dumped over by Ammeraal. Moisio with a good serve. Van Zandt is blocked.
That Rutgers passing core, expecting me to go short again. I'm going to go deep, just goes a little bit long.
Boland the dig. Byzantine to the back row. Delaware gets it over. Ammeraal puts it home. And Ammeraal still batting 1,000. 6 kills on 6 swings. Byzantine with that dangerous serve. Iowa wins the point. How did they do that? No.
Look at how athletic Claire Ammeraal is. You've got to be kidding me. She can do it all.
Whittingstall with her 13th kill and earns another serve for Marquardt. Byzantine blocked. And Iowa grabs the lead in the 5th.
We haven't seen Ammeraal be offensively aggressive yet, as Elnady denied in front, and Ammeraal was there defensively.
And that's the thing about Ammeraal, such a versatile player.
10-9 Wildcat lead. Bullington. Oh, what a dig coming our way as Moisio plays it. Sammy, I thought you were going to have to make a play there for a second.
I was ready for it, Adam.
Bullington the roll shot. Moisio's there again. And now Varez smacks it down. Back-to-back kills for the freshman. From the middle, Stojanovic. Reed a roll shot over. Ammeraal digs it. Worden from the right pin. That is a huge bounce back for Alyssa Worden.
If Iowa's going on a run heading into the 5th set, they could continue running into the 5th and take this whole match. Northwestern, you got to get something going even if you can't win the 4th.
You've got to figure something out. It feels like Northwestern's built into this 4th set a little bit more. And now that's Ammeraal. That is what she does best. Off the top of the tape. Now Reed a tip over to that left pin. Mortimer from the middle of the floor. Reed blocks in front. Whittingstall finally gets Reed's number.
First set wins for them so far. Coach really wants to emphasize they want to start this game off fast. And they will with a huge block.
Talked about was how Iowa has to start fast. They haven't been doing that very well so far this season. We're seeing a big start with the block by the Hawkeyes.
Illinois playing scrappy, but no.
Good change there for Van Zandt.
Yeah, timing is a huge difference, and I think that is every young middle's dream to switch over to the outside. Swung over by Worden. Randall's going to push that out to DeBoer. But Marquardt keeps it alive, tipped over once again. And scrappy play on both sides of the net. That's going to be dumped over by Ammeraal, and that's going to be a kill. Now Aguayo, the freshman, with the serve here for Iowa. Set point, she makes it in. Kept alive, pushed out to Philpott, the slide, but Kogan keeps it alive. Out short set to Hernandez at the front row. Dumped over, and that's going to be the kill from Ammeraal that gets the Hawkeyes the second in those first 2 sets. And there's that killer swing by Ammeraal that you've been looking for quite a bit today, Laura.
Yeah, Ammeraal.
It's a thing, getting off to a hot start, not having to play from behind.
Stojanovic sends it in. Jaeger, right back to Jaeger, tries to go for the dink, a diving dig. Iowa will just passively bump it across. One more time, middle, did that catch a piece? Feeded Wilkinson home. Krichkovich to serve. Dug out by Iowa. The setup, dug out by Cortheus. Looking near side, that's Tatum. Iowa handles it nicely. And the block, and the set, and the winner goes to Indiana, 25-18.
Yeah, and it hasn't become a problem for the Hawkeyes. We saw a little bit of an issue in set number 1, but that would not do well for them trying to come back here in this one if they start throwing up some service errors.
Ball goes in the net for the Boilermakers. Woolard able to send a free ball, and Ammeraal slams it down with authority. The southpaw swing by Ammeraal. Love to see that as postseason play will get started here in a couple weeks. Woolard goes up to the net, stuffed at the net.
And good job on Ammeraal to get completely out of the way on that one. That looked like it was difficult.
Right side swing from Paris. Van Zandt keeps it alive for a moment.
Recognizing that it was going to travel too far.
Warden sets it up for Ammeraal, and she will pick up a kill. Claire Ammeraal, her first kill of the night. She's so softly served this time. Whittingstall tips it over. El Nadi for Paris, tipped at the net. Moisio sends it over for Varez. El Nadi keeps it in. Paris bumps it over. Back to Varez, through the defenders, and right in front of the diving Aya El Nadi. Iowa stops the bleeding for now. Ammeraal for Van Zandt, tipped over. Great dig by Ammeraal. Varez denied at the net, bumped over by Van Zandt. Left side hit, this time from El Nadi. Didn't need the full windup this time, able to just punch it over. Moisio with a diving dig. Van Zandt has to bump it over. They'll set it for El Nadi, blocked by Whittingstall, and Ammeraal again. Van Zandt line drive serve. El Nadi sends it over. Warden set up, literally punches it over. Kept in the air by Gary. Kicked over by Northwestern. Ammeraal with a vicious swing, and Iowa extends their lead to 5. Whittingstall back to serve. El Nadi flips it over. Marquardt for Van Zandt. Dug out. El Nadi again. Van Zandt's there. Back for Warden. Dug out by Wright. El Nadi again. Dug out again. Ammeraal for Van Zandt. Dug out again by Wright. El Nadi sends it over. Joust at the net. Won by Iowa. Northwestern keeps it alive. Ammeraal sends it over on 2, and it works. Iowa retakes the lead.
I was wondering how many more times you were going to have to say dugout there. Ammeraal gets served that time from Lavin. Blocked by the Hawkeyes. Stojanovic and Ammeraal team up to block the shot attempt by Hansen, and that is how we end set number 1. With her 7th kill on the day, she now has 200 career kills as an Iowa Hawkeye.
Love to see it.
Good dig from Marquardt that time. Warden set up on the left side. Good recovery from Gar. Blocked by the Hawkeyes. Good recovery again, this time from Myers. Warden again set up on the left side. Another great rally as Kinney just has to bump it over. Ammeraal over on 2, and no mistake.
setting the slide in Alec, but goes and sets it out to Landfair with his seam in the block.
Already 2 for Landfair on the day. Ammeraal back set, roll shot from Warden. Landfair's there to play it. Free ball back to Iowa. Ammeraal, we talked about the aggressive offense from the setter, and that's the first time we've seen it work out for her tonight.
And she shaded it a little bit more towards the line. She's a lefty, but she went that line.
Tonight, extending her team high to 34 on the year. Harper Murray is blocked back, point Iowa. Back to back from the Hawkeyes to pull within 1 early in set 3. The setter who can do everything for Iowa. She's got another block on Murray.
Fooled.
Back set. Great adjustment just to be able to play that ball by Stojanovic. Lefty touch from Landfair. Ammeraal winds up and goes cross court.
We're still early here in the first set. My goodness. Here's Van Zant with the serve. Booth gets blocked again. Hannah Whitingstall. Kristen Simon from the line. Pushed out to Warden. Up by Collier. Furbringer sends that one up. And Vajagic can roll it over. The dump and the kill from Claire Ammeraal. Alexandra Stojanovic from her nation's capital of Belgrade. Collier tight at the net. Kept up by Ammeraal. McGrew tries again. Nearly gets it. Sent back over by Van Zant. Bodies flying. Mimi Collier dug out again. Van Zant kept up by Egan. Joust at the net. Furbringer takes it. McGrew sends it over. The slide. And it's out. And another long rally. This time goes in favor of Iowa. Her mom in attendance today, the former Badger volleyball player. Ammeraal with a beautiful dump. Just dinked that one into the garden.
She is, and that has been pretty much her the entire career in the black and gold. She missed her freshman year due to a torn ACL she got as a senior in high school as Ammeraal. It's been a full team effort. Whereas for the Hawkeyes, you got Van Zant, they're number 1 with 11 kills, and then you got a couple other players with not nearly as much. The number doesn't quite pop out. You got Whitingstall with 4 and a Warden with 3, and then a couple there with 2 kills on the night. So spreading it around more are the Buckeyes, and here's another big hit.
When I'm watching a sporting event, I rather would not watch a blowout. I would rather watch close games such as this. It's just, it's great to watch.
Van Zant needs to go to transition. Awesome serve from Martin.
Penn State keeps it alive on the Van Zant tip, but Ammeraal.
Twice from Warden. She's able, as upon her approach, to see the block and pick and choose where she's going to attack.
Martin with the tip with 16 kills and is hitting .444. Martin from behind the 10-foot line. That is almost an overpass, but Ammeraal tucks it down on Penn State's side. Hitting .375 on 32 total chances. Great serve there, but Ammeraal wins another battle up front.